Alright, today we are going to talk about African civilization, but especially the influence of Islam on Africa. Now, Africa took a long time to develop large civilizations. There are four main reasons for this. One is because they were relatively isolated. They didn't have a need to unify so that they could defend themselves from invasions. They also had traditional values, so they didn't want things to change so much. The third thing is that they had hunting and gathering, and they had plenty of food, a very stable food supply, especially with the animal population that they had. So they didn't need to develop agriculture to supply themselves food. The last thing is that there were no animals that could be domesticated. You kind of see over here some of the animals that are in Africa: lions, rhinoceroses, elephants. These kind of big animals that are not easily domesticated, so they're not providing a way to become a pastoral society, which helped in a way develop or lead to civilization. Now, even though they took a long time to develop large civilizations, there are several that developed during the post-classical period. One is that the Islamic Empire came out of Arabia and spread across North Africa, and even into Europe on the Iberian Peninsula right here. But they controlled all of North Africa. That was under the Islamic Empire. Much of what we know about Africa at this time is from a guy named Ibn Battuta. He was a Muslim merchant who traveled throughout the Islamic Empire trading goods, and he wrote about all the places that he went to. Now, the first place we're going to talk about is West Africa. Okay? West Africa is on the west side of Africa, just below the Sahara Desert. One of the reasons why a big civilization develops here is because for the first time they're able to travel through the Sahara Desert. And there are two reasons for this. One is caravanserai. These are rest stops. You can kind of see here. It's like a very small walled-off city, normally around a watering hole, where they could rest and resupply their caravans along the journey. They also developed camel saddles. So they started using camels because camels could travel long distances without water. And they developed saddles so they could carry all the goods that they were traveling, or that they were carrying. And one of the caravanserai that turned into a very large city was Timbuktu. It's a very important trade city that was kind of along the way in Western Africa. They would trade all their goods, but especially gold and salt. West Africa had a tremendous amount of gold and salt reserves, which they would trade up to the Islamic Empire for whatever they didn't have. Now, the first empire to really develop in West Africa is Ghana in the 400s to the 1200s is the time period it lasted to. They established the city of Timbuktu. And the kings converted to Islam to aid trade with Muslims. Muslims really liked to trade and participate in economics with other Muslims, and they didn't respect other religions as much. So the kings converted to aid that trade. But the people still practiced animism. The kings didn't force the people to convert. Now, the Islamic Empire did want the people of West Africa to convert to Islam, so they attacked them to try to spread the religion, but Ghana was able to successfully defend itself. But the fight with the Islamic Empire weakened Ghana so much so that it allowed Mali to take over. Now, Mali is the next civilization that exists from the 1200s to the 400s. And they based their economy on agriculture, but their soil was not all that great, and the climate was not that great for growing agriculture. But so they used gold to kind of buy the things that they needed. Whereas Ghana really relied on the gold and salt. Mali tried to be a little more self-sufficient. Sandianda was a famous ruler, and he had absolute power, absolute control over Mali during his reign, so much so that he even assigned people a specific job they had to do for their life. Mansa Musa is another famous king, and he's generally known as kind of the richest person in Mali, or really in the world at the time, because he had so much gold. He really increased gold mining during the time. Here we can see Mansa Musa up here with a little gold nugget that he's sending a merchant away with. And he increased trade with Muslims. He gave so much gold to the city of Mecca that it devalued the Islamic Empire's currency by 25%. It caused a lot of inflation. Timbuktu also grew under Mansa Musa because trade increased and Islam spread to West Africa as well. Now, Mali was eventually conquered by a kingdom called Songhai. One of the famous rulers is Sundiata, a very ruthless ruler, kill anybody.
Can I please have one of the coaches, football coaches, to please call extension 4107? Anyone of the football coaches to please call extension 4107. Thank you.
So he would basically kill anybody that he questioned their loyalty to him. Now, Sunni Ali tried to mix animism and Islam together. He tried to fuse the different faiths, which temporarily appeased the Muslims so they wouldn't try to invade and spread their religion. And it temporarily appeased the people because they didn't have to give up their animistic beliefs. But it didn't really last for that long. Now in East Africa is going to still be mainly Christian. We talked about that in the last unit about Christianity spreading to East Africa. That's going to remain true. We also talked in the last unit, classical period, about Axum developing because they controlled trade, because that was really the only way to get resources out of Africa to these other civilizations. They're still going to be the richest civilization in East Africa. But there's going to be many other port cities, Mogadishu, Mombasa, Malindi. These port cities are going to develop that are going to allow the people of East Africa to trade without going through Axum. And the way that they do this is they access Indian Ocean trade. They use Indian Ocean trade to get around to the Islamic Empire and other places. Now also, in these city-states, Swahili is going to develop as Bantu languages mix with Arabic. Now in Central Africa, there are several small civilizations that develop. The Congo, Zimbabwe, Yoruba states. And a lot of these small civilizations are using iron technology in agriculture, which that's the ideas of that were spread by the Bantu people as they were kind of spreading around sub-Saharan Africa. But in Central Africa, they were largely unaffected by Islam and Christianity. These sort of more powerful religions did not spread here. They were too isolated.
Ms. Muhammad, please call extension 4107. Ms. Muhammad, please call extension 4107.
And so they remained animistic. And then that is really it for Africa.